I really don't want this layer in here. Let me put this down. Everybody don't need to be in there. Okay. So I'm live and I really wanted to do a video that was not live, but I had to do it this way because I'm going through some storage issues with this computer. So today, the video is going to be about how to detangle your hair, thick, natural coarse hair as easy as possible. And also, I probably will do another video with this step by step, not live. And then I might take this one down, possibly, or I'll keep this one up and just have both. So, detangling to me is one of the hard parts. Now, this is my hair. I've already done this side right here. And I'm going to just be honest with you. This side took 4 hours, and don't let that deter you, distract you, or make you feel put off by watching this video, because I think that's just the realistic time frame that it takes for someone who is being delicate with their hair and really taking their time. Now, this actually has been in my hair. Please don't shame me, for about, well, since February, March. Okay, so about 3 months. And I've already taken some out, and I want to go ahead and show you what I'm doing to take this out and to take it out easily. And what I really wanted to do was show you an example of how I'm going to take it out easily and it's going to have minimal breakage. So far, if you want to see how much hair I've lost so far while detangling this, there's a little bit on the floor, but not much. This is how much I have lost so far out of this. So, if that seems interesting to you, let's just go ahead and get started and get right into the video. So, what I'm going to do, I have this right here, and I'm just going to use my hand as a guide, and USB adapters right there. Oh crap. Okay. I just don't want it to get messed up. So, and I'm gonna like really get soaked with that and I just want to be able to show you at least one good example of how this is going to work. And also, I just want you to know, I want you guys to know that I've been researching and I have been trying to figure out the best way to deal with my hair. My hair has been extremely dry, and one of the problems that I've been having is like I will well, I believe in detangling my hair dry. Like I feel like if it's going to come out, it's going to come out. It doesn't matter what you do to it. It wants to come out, and that's just how it is. So I've always had this spray. If you've looked on some of my other videos, you've seen that I've used this product, and I just don't use it very often. I use it here and there, and I really don't have a good routine. And I'm now able to kind of sit down a little bit and try to improve my routine. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to detangle this. And then you can see, you can be the judge for yourself and see how well it detangles. Now, what I would like to say is there is no beautician that's going to sit down and do this for you. The only person that's going to do this for you is you. Because, like I said, this side of my hair, that literally took 4 hours because I did it delicately and diligently. And most people, I mean, think about it. Who gonna sit down with you for 4 hours? That's a whole work day. I mean, imagine how much they would charge you just to detangle your hair the way that I'm detangling it. And well, also I do have like small twisties in there. There was about, I don't know, maybe 30 twisties in there. It doesn't sound like it's a lot, but when you're trying to detangle it, it is. So then I'm just going to continue to spray some more. And I was even able to take out a very small one that I had, and it turned out pretty successful. Like I said, this has been in for a while. As you can see, look at those, look at that braid right there. So that's been in for a minute, you can tell. And now while I did not, um, now I was going through a lot. So during this time, I really didn't have a lot of time to moisturize my hair and take care of it. So what I did was I did do a DIY homemade um, little shebang just to get through. And I felt like, I felt like experimenting. And yeah, embarrassingly, if you don't believe me, and I use this, it doesn't look pretty right now because I was just doing so much. Let me see. I don't really want to wipe it with that. But as you can see, I have a jar here of something that I put together. And I have several jars, by the way, of things that I was making. So, yeah, for those of you that don't believe that. But yeah, I was just using different stuff. Lord, help the Lord. And, just having fun experimenting. But let me go ahead and get back to, I'm going to go ahead and rinse my hands off just a little bit because I don't want to get that product mixed in with this one, what I'm trying to do. So let's just go back to me detangling this real quick. And I do want this to be a really short video, but I wanted to give a really good example of how well this is working. Like I said, I would usually just dry do it, but most people say, oh, never detangle your hair dry. And like I said, not having much time and not really thinking through things as much as I want to, I just thought to myself, so I've completely removed that now, as you can see, and I am going to spray again all the way down and kind of just run my fingers through it a little bit. And there's some, I like to hold it here and then brush down toward the ends. And there's minimal breakage. You can't even barely see it, but I see a little hair. There's a little hair. And that's just that. And I don't mind getting it into my scalp as well. And nicely detangled. And then I just swoop this to the side. And I've already done this here part, and it is dry again. And so what I do is I come back in and I completely, and sorry if I don't look that attractive right now. I'm just trying to get the video out. And because I do have people that are bigger channels that like to come in and kind of start talking about whatever I talked about. So I want to hurry up and get this one out. And as you can see, still minimal when I'm dragging my hand. There's a little bit of hair. But actually, I'm gonna put this in a little pile because I like to kind of keep it in show. And then this isn't really a big enough twist for me to like twist it back up. So I will probably just swoop it back this way and then build another um, section or group of hair that's about that same size. And then I will plait that together so that it will be bigger, as you can see right here. So this is actually turning out pretty well for me. And so I'm just gonna, I think two will be enough to show a really good example about how well this works. And like I said, I've been doing a lot of research, and today I bought a lot of products. And by the time I rung it up, it was all about 50 something dollars. And I know that a lot of people say, well, right now in this time of the economy, who can afford $50? And my answer to that is, in the time that I was not able to do my hair, which was 3 months, who can afford to not do their hair? You know what I'm saying? Like, black women, in my opinion, the one excuse that I do give black women is their hair. And anyone who has this type of texture. And I think that, um, you know, it takes a full day to do your whole hair, and nobody's gonna pay you for that. So, like I said, if you have 2 days off and you spend one day out of the week doing your hair, you don't have that one day off if you're actually being delicate and diligent with your hair. And that can be very stressful, for a person who wants to at least, relax within those 2 days of a time frame that you actually get. And it's like nobody at work is going to understand that. Nobody at work is going to understand that. Well, black females, they'll understand it, but nobody else really understands. Hispanic people aren't going to understand. The white people not going to understand like that. I mean, they might have an idea, but they don't understand like how much it takes just for you to maintain your hair. They don't understand the applied science it takes unless they might have some biracial kids. Maybe they can understand a little bit, but it is another job. And so I tend to wait a long time, especially when I have things to do. I know that this is going to take a whole day out of my life, and I sometimes I can't afford to take that day because I'm so behind on things and I can't keep up. So I had to do a lot of getting stuff together, and then I took some time to research. And last time I did my hair, I was researching and I was thinking, like, well, how should I do this? How should I go? I'm actually trying to come up with a plan for my hair. And by the time it was time for me to do the other one, I completely didn't then forgot about that plan and how to do it and what I was thinking and all this. But I did write it down in a planner, but I just decided I'm going to research some more and start from there. And so I would like to make more time for my hair. I love to make my hair a priority. It's just that I haven't been able to. And, I'm getting older, and beauty is, a nice attribute to have. And being able to keep my hair on my head is one that I would like to be able to, succeed in somewhat. So I'm going to go ahead and saturate it again. I don't know if I got enough. And then kind of make sure you put it on both sides. And then I kind of run my hand down like this. And like I said, I'll kind of keep it tight right here. Now this one, it has a little more hair. So I would just saturate it more. But I don't really, and I probably should just let the product soak in a little bit more before I run my hand in. I'm not really trying to run my hand through it that much. But As you can see, if I continue to run my hand through it like this, you might get a little bit more hair, but you're not getting, a lot. Now, the first one that I did dry, and I didn't put no product on it, and I'll show you about how much hair came out of one when I had no product. With no product, the first one, and it was a small one, about this much hair came out of just one little twist with no, excuse me, with no product. For one, for each one of these, and that was a small one. If that much would come out for each one, that would be a tremendous amount. That would be so much hair to come out that, you know, and I was like, okay, that's going to be quite devastating if I have to lose that much hair. So I said, you know what? Today I ain't gonna be doing that dry like that. Like I said, I have not messed with my hair in 3 months. And when I talk to you guys, it makes me go a little bit faster because I know that like the attention span of everybody is very short. So I gotta kind of remind myself. Also, it's hot as hell in here, and I don't want to turn the fan on because I want you to be able to hear me ramble. And I'm gonna just do this last one, and that's gonna be pretty much it for showing you a very easy, simple way to detangle your hair. And if you had a thought like me, like I wouldn't say that it's completely unintelligent, but it's just not necessarily right. And maybe in the hair world of people that understand and have gone to beauty school and cosmetology school, they would say it's very unintelligent to believe that you can detangle your hair dry and whatever that is that's going to come out is going to come out anyway. So now the question is, there a product that really helps your hair when you're detangling? Does it really work? And I guess that's what I'm trying to experience today and find out. Now, I don't see everybody detangling their hair this way. I see a lot of people using the method that I've been using as well, which is, and also like, just dry taking it out. Also, I notice when my hair is a little bit healthier and is really well moisturized, I don't actually need this detangler, spray. It seems like it just unravels beautifully and it's really moisturized and I don't have any breakage. So, however, I haven't really been able to get my hair in that state in a while, even using the products that I usually would use. So now I can say that I've been very stressed for pretty much all my life, but I don't want stress to be the excuse why I can't, do better. So it's like I have to do this so delicately. And does that mean like that my hair is weak and oh bit? Oh, I'm sorry, I got a little ghetto. And I didn't say the whole word though. Does that mean that like you know? Because I feel like if I went to a beauty shop, this where's the rest? This amount for this would not be happening. It would be a huge ball on the floor of my hair. And like I said, I'm not done. I haven't done any other process yet. So I have to go through all the other processes and see how it actually works. And now I was trying to make a video. Let me go ahead and talk about that. And every time I got to the part where I was actually showing how I was detangling my hair, especially when I had some really successful takeouts on this, it would literally just, the computer would just like not take that part. It would say, oh, it's the file's not supported by this, but all the other parts it was taken. Like when I was starting it and, other little random parts that I put in there, it was working. But as soon as I showed you me detangling my hair, it wouldn't allow me to show those parts. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna hurry up, get on here, and go live and show me doing this. So now I wanted to show a few. As you can see, almost there. And it's stressful to be in front of the camera and to try to do this and take your time. And you really got to be light-handed as well, kind of like a feather, you know. It's interesting because it's like your hair is like, I feel like somebody's definitely going to be trying to say that, but your hair is like a textile. It's like a delicate fabric, and so that's that. So you see, it didn't really cause that much trouble here. Now, when I get to raking and doing all that, that's another number. So it is using a lot of products. I feel like half of the bottle is gone by now, but I don't really like to keep my products too long anyway. So I got it really saturated, as you can see, and then I just want to kind of get it through there a little bit. But also at the very ends, I feel like, that's where all the tangles are going to be happening. And you're going to lose some, come on, like it's been 3 months. So I like to do this because it all boils down to getting to the end, you know? That's not that much on this one. And then just like kind of lightly feather through it. Now, I might be being so delicate that that's why nothing's coming out, but I'm not really going to try to figure out either. Because, like I said, the more I come up here and start really raking, like, yeah, what am I doing? Is that okay? I don't know. I'm not trying to do it too much, though. I'm just trying to get it to do whatever it does. Now, if I collect everything that just fell, I do have a little more. I have this. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't want you looking around. Because I haven't been keeping up like that. So yeah. And I feel like if I just rake all the way down, it's doing something that it doesn't like. So by me going like this, I feel like I have a better chance of loving my hair, right? So just like when you're doing little kids' hair, you're gonna grab it by a certain point and then you're gonna comb. You're not gonna do like this, or like some people who cannot detangle very well and they tell you, "Oh, hold your neck back, hold your neck back as I rake it in your neck like this," and they pull it and all that. That's not good. And as the product works in a little better, I hear like a little. I don't know if you can hear that. It sounds almost like rubber, and I actually love that. It has like a rubber sound to it, and just working it in a little bit more, you can see it's still not losing that much. So that's what I really want to come on here and show. Excuse my big forehead. I got a big forehead, so I gotta hide it. Got my daddy's little edge up. So now that I have a big enough area, this is big enough. I will go ahead and spray it again. Let me wipe my face off. so I don't look super greasy on here. Excuse me. So now I will go ahead and lightly separate that, and then I will lightly retwist it very lightly, very delicately. And try not to move a lot down toward the end with like a scraping motion. Sometimes every once in a while I might go through it like this, but I really try not to because I want the product to really soak in before more, because a little bit more will come out. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's still not that much compared to if somebody's not caring about your hair and they just raking through it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's been 3 months. And so there you go. And now I have, how much more? I have one, two, three more small braids, and then I have two big ones right here. So I'm gonna do those off camera, and I'm also gonna see if I can go ahead and make a video. I need this for drying my hair. And then I'm gonna go ahead and make another video. I'm gonna try to do a step by step with this one for the people who didn't catch the live and people who might want something that's a little more at a slower pace and a little more structured. I'm gonna do that probably within the next week. I would love to do it faster, and if I do, then y'all give me a clap, clap, clap for being advanced, because for me that would be advanced because I just tend to take my time and do other things in between. But I really do want to get that video out. It's going to be on the exact same thing. It's just going to be a little more detailed and a little more structured for people who need that. So thank you for watching, and I really appreciate you guys. And I hope you have a good the rest of the day. Bye bye.